By the end of this video, you will have a complete system that runs the relative strength index and the moving average convergence, divergence together on 2 charts with exact settings, exact entries, and exact exits. And you will know what to do when the 2 of them disagree, which is the part almost nobody has ever decided. Start with the 5-minute chart. Your problem is speed on one side and noise on the other. At 5 minutes, a 14-period strength index sits parked between 40 and 60 for most of the session, saying absolutely nothing. It never reaches the zones you need it to reach. Meanwhile, if you speed up the convergence-divergence indicator as well, it starts firing on every twitch. So speed up 1, and only 1. And to do that, you need inputs most traders have never opened. The convergence-divergence indicator has 6 of them: source, fast length, slow length, signal length, and 2 drop-downs: oscillator moving average type and signal moving average type. The strength index has 5: length, source, a divergence toggle, and a smoothing moving average with its own type and length. So, on the convergence-divergence indicator, bring the fast length down to 8 and pull the slow length in to 21. Then drop your signal length to 6 while leaving the source on the closing price. And then go into those last 2 drop-downs, where you will set the oscillator moving average type to exponential and the signal moving average type to simple. That final choice is the whole trick. An exponential oscillator reacts to the most recent candles, while a simple signal line weighs every candle equally and refuses to flinch at any of them. Together, they give you a trigger that turns quickly but confirms slowly, which is precisely what a scalper needs, and precisely what the default settings cannot give you, because the default has both of them set to exponential. Then, on the strength index, give it a length of 9 and leave the source on the closing price, before opening the smoothing section underneath, where you will set the type to exponential and the length to 5. That draws a fast moving average straight across the strength index itself, and a 9-period strength index actually travels. It reaches 30, it reaches 70. It has opinions worth listening to. Now here is the principle that makes this a system rather than 2 indicators sharing a screen. The convergence-divergence indicator is the trigger. It tells you something is turning. The strength index is the filter. It tells you whether there is room left to run. Trigger and filter. Never trigger and trigger. Because running 2 momentum indicators on default settings and waiting for both to say buy does not give you 2 opinions. It gives you 1 calculation performed twice, agreeing with itself. That feels like confirmation. It is an echo. So the rule: the histogram must cross from negative to positive, and that is your trigger, not optional. At the moment it crosses, check the strength index. You want a reading between 40 and 60, and you want it sitting above its own smoothing line. That range will feel wrong, so sit with it. You are not waiting for oversold. You are waiting for unremarkable. A histogram crossing positive while the strength index reads 50 means momentum is turning from a neutral, unextended position, and there is room above. That same crossover at 72 means momentum is turning at the end of a move that already happened, and you are buying the last candle of somebody else's trade. Stop beneath the swing low that formed before the crossover, and target the next resistance, or twice your risk, whichever arrives first. Exit if the histogram crosses back negative. Now watch that exact same setting become the wrong choice. The 15-minute chart. The problem inverts. There is less noise here, and what hurts you is no longer false crossovers. It is getting shaken out of a trend you correctly identified by a pullback inside it. So push the fast length out to 10 and the slow length to 24, move your signal length to 7, and then go back into those 2 drop-downs and set both moving average types to exponential. Both of them exponential, which reverses what you just did, and the reason matters. On the 5-minute chart, that simple signal line was protecting you. Here, it would hold you inside a position long after momentum had already rolled over, because it weighs a candle from 2 hours ago exactly as heavily as the one that just closed. Same input, opposite decision, and the only thing that changed was the problem in front of you. Then set the strength index to a length of 12, with the source on the closing price. And this time set its smoothing type to simple with a length of 8. The setup is no longer a crossover. It is a pullback inside an established trend. First, establish the trend genuinely exists. The convergence-divergence line must be above its signal line, and both must be above the 0 line. Both conditions. Above 0 means the fast average genuinely sits above the slow one, a real uptrend, not a bounce inside a downtrend. Then wait. Price pulls back. The strength index falls toward 40. touches somewhere between 38 and 45, and turns up without ever breaking beneath 30. Enter on the candle that closes after the turn, stop beneath the pullback low, and target the prior swing high. If the convergence-divergence line crosses beneath its signal line while you hold, the structure that justified your entry is gone. Exit, regardless of where price sits. Now, one last thing, and it is the most valuable idea in this video. There is an input on the strength index called Calculate Divergence, and almost nobody switches it on. Divergence is when price makes a higher high while your oscillator makes a lower high. The second push carried less momentum than the first, even though it traveled further. And here is the honest part, which almost nobody says out loud. Divergence appears constantly, and most of it resolves in the direction of the existing trend. A strong uptrend prints weakening momentum for many hours and keeps climbing the entire time. Divergence tells you the move is tiring. It does not tell you the move is finished, and it never tells you when. So it cannot be your entry. Wait for the convergence-divergence line to actually cross beneath its signal line. The divergence is the reason to pay attention. The crossover is the reason to act. Traders who conflate those two spend their careers shorting into strength and calling it discipline. And when your two indicators disagree, that is not a failure of your system. That is your system working. The disagreement is the information. Test every rule here on your own charts before you risk anything on it. The free guide is in the description below. It covers every setting and strategy in this video in full detail. Next, the trend following strategy that pairs the exponential moving average with the average directional index, and the one reading that tells you not to trade at all today.